So just hit teleconference, see what happens? Oh, hello. Do we have our Creole interpreter on speakerphone?
Yes, I'm here. I'm ready.
All right, and your name and ID for the record?
Yes, my name is Jean. I am your Haitian Creole interpreter with ID number HCJN.
And have you been sworn in today?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Gene. Have you been sworn in today?
Yes,
Is that a yes or no?
no, I don't hear you. It's like it's breaking up.
Have you been sworn in to interpret today, Gene?
No, my name is Jean with ID number H as a hotel, C as in Charlie, J as a Juliet, N as in Nancy.
Have you been sworn in as an interpreter today, Gene?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm ready as an interpreter.
All right, if you could interpret everything from this point. Your name, sir?
Yes, I'm ready.
If you could ask this gentleman what his name is.
Yes, let me know when you have the client so I can go ahead and introduce myself to your patient, please.
We're ready to go. If you could ask him his name.
Bonjour. Interpreter speaking, I hear you far away from the microphone. I don't know if it's because why I'm not able to hear you, because I hear you far away from the microphone.
Your name, sir?
Est-ce que vous pouvez nom, s'il te plaît?
My name's Jean Lumos.
I did have PC.
Thanks.
And Your Honor, just to streamline it, state agrees with defense's PC argument and would ask for a 24-hour reset.
We'll stay the bond and roll in 24 hours. We'll see you tomorrow, Gene.
Hello, can you hear the interpreter?
Yes.
Yes, I'm asking if you can, because I'm not able to hear you, because I hear you far away from the microphone. I'm asking if you maybe can.
I was able to talk to him.
Wonderful.
Is that
Hey.
I'm closer to you now?
Thank you, Gene. You're the best. Your name?
Johnson Joseph Alford.
23 MO 456 AO, open container, 28 days on the open container. Do we,
What's the name?
you're just Judson Alford?
Yes, sir.
You want an adjudication credit time served?
I would like that. Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Yeah.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yeah. Does the state want more than 28 days?
No, Your Honor. State was just asking for the $10 filing fee on behalf of the city.
Was this what was he drinking?
I can double check.
That's all right.
He answered for me.
What was it? Bud Light?
It was a beer. I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah, it's 4 weeks ago. Think about that. All right, adjudicate guilty, court costs, waive your fine, but you got a $10 filing fee.
How much does the court cost?
I waived them.
Oh, you wait. Oh,
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
can spend that money on non-alcoholic beer, okay?
My best.
All right, good luck.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
That way.
Is this Jane Doe, your name?
Eric Drummond.
What happened to Jane Doe? 23 MM 2962 AO, temporarily appoint waiver roll.
Can we roll?
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we can find a name to put.
All right, and then you are Eric Drummer?
Yes.
Yep. All right, wonderful. 23 MM 2954 AO, petty theft with a prior. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. And I think you're also here on 23 MM 2955, petty theft with a prior. Review that affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. I'll set your bond at count 1 at 500 and count 2 at 100. No return to the scene. I mean, the first case and the second case. Your name, sir?
Lorenzo Johnson.
What is it?
Lorenzo Johnson.
All right, out on bond on a possession of amphetamine, trespass and a conveyance, 23 CF 1857 AO. Here today, 23 MM 2943, resisting officer without violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay the bond, and I'll take no action on the case that you're out on bond. Your name, sir?
It's Mark.
23 MM 2953 AO, trespass on property after warning. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public offender.
Your Honor, there was an offer to resolve a withhold credit time served, but we're asking for an ROR. He has no criminal history. And he has a telephone contact with the attorney.
State has no objection.
Jonathan Smart. All right. ROR, no return to the scene. Your name, sir? All right, 23 MM 2301 AO, petty theft via arrest warrant. According to this, your bond is set at $3,000 with conditions, looks like no return. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you, and I will set your bond at,
There's actually an offer to resolve.
okay.
An adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to 2523 East Colonial Drive. There's also a cost of investigation of $108.12 to the Orlando Police Department.
All right,
Mr. Christian would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
all right. Are you pleading guilty or no contest, sir? I'll accept your no contest plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days of credit for 2 days. Your costs, I'll give you a year to pay, including cost of investigation of $108.12 to Orlando Police Department, and no return to 2523 East Colonial Drive, okay? 30 days to appeal, good luck. All right. Whoop. Your name, sir?
Peter Carl Ellenberg, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning, 23 MO 607 AO, disorderly. So you got something you wants to resolve? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yes,
State there can be an offer of an adjudication and credit for 2.
he would like to accept and enter a plea of no.
All right. You pleading guilty or no contest?
Nolo contendere.
Nolo contendere. Adjudication, 2 days, credit for 2, a year to pay your costs. 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Approach.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Sir.
All right. Your name, sir?
John Timothy Van Buren.
What happened to Yancey Styles?
That was refused.
23 MO 610 AO, camping, temporarily appoint.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, I'll stay the bond. All right, John Timothy Van Buren, that's you?
Sir.
All right, 23 MO 611 AO, open container. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I would like a public defender, please.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender, and do we have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, he was just brought up, so I was not.
What's the offer? Adjudication, credit time served?
Yes, Judge.
You want to take that offer, or you want to walk out here with a $250 bond?
Adjudication with hell with time served?
It's an adjudication, right? Time served? Yeah,
Of course.
okay. Guilty or no contest?
No contest.
All right, make sure you sign that form and read it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep. I'll accept your no contest plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to
2 days.
2 days with credit for 2 days.
Okay.
Barely got the 2 days in.
U.S. citizen?
A year to pay the costs. Thank you. Foster's, 5.5%. Who's drinking? There you go. Adam. All right, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor, and have a wonderful day.
You too. All right, sir, your name?
My name is Melvin Askew.
All right, out on bond on a resisting, it's open case, resisting 22MO 853 AO. Here today, 23 CT 662 AE DUI. Review that affidavit, found probable cause, and I'll stay the bond at 500. And the case that you're, the open case, I'll take no action. Okay. All right, ma'am, your name? Your name?
Hello, Vienna Edith Segarra Garcia.
All right, 21MM 627 AW, you're here on a trespass in a structure resisting officer without violence via arrest warrant. According to this, your bond is set at $2,000 on each. Failed to appear for a hearing on January 17th at 23. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I believe she has private counsel.
You already have, who's your lawyer?
Stewart.
Hyman?
No, Jacob Stewart.
Oh, Jacob Stewart.
Regarding the hearing, sir, I wasn't informed about it. I would have appeared.
All right, well, contact Mr. Stewart and let him know that you're here, okay?
Okay, but regarding that as well, I was told recently that because of whatever, the judge had dismissed my case and he can't represent me because of whatever with the appearance.
All right, it looks like your lawyer withdrew on the case January 17th.
Right, that's what I'm trying, so,
So do you want to, are you going to hire a new lawyer or do you want a public defender?
I would.
Stewart's not your lawyer anymore.
Right, I need to hire a new lawyer, but regarding, I just want it known that regarding that court case of whenever, I was never informed that I had that. And regarding this, there's something that I really need to address because I addressed this with Mr. Stewart. When I was,
Hold on, real quick. I'm not the judge on your case, I'm just.
that's,
the
no,
judge
I
of the
understand.
jail.
This is,
All right,
this has to do with the case.
Hold on.
No, it's not that, it has to do with my
I
name.
know, hold on, okay,
No, to the victim.
Oh,
just relax. Before you tell me anything, understand
Right.
you have a right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used
Yes,
against
sir.
you. I tell people all the time, and then they follow that up with some sort of admission.
No, it's okay, I understand. So, on September 15th, whatever happened there. And there's a whole court case for that and on. But I was brought here, and when I was brought here, they asked me, is that your name? I said, no, that's my mother's name. I need you to please correct it in the system. My name is Vienna Edith Segarra Garcia, or Vienna Edith Segarra if you're going with just the American last name. It was placed as Vianette Segarra. It was recently, and by recently I mean right now, today,
Well, let me ask you
yesterday.
this.
Vianette Edith. By putting it just Vianette Segarra, I didn't get whatever mail, I didn't get whatever information. That goes forwarded to my mom. My mail has to come to me. So whatever court hearing information would have been gone to the wrong address because whomever put my name wrong in intake last time. I need that fixed for this time because it's still wrong in the system.
All right, so my suggestion would be to hire a lawyer, and your lawyer can get that fixed for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck.
And then may I speak on the matter of the bond? Because
No, the judge already issued the bond, I'm not the judge on your case, I already told you that.
I wasn't even aware of that hearing. I'm medically disabled and I don't have that at all.
All right, good luck, ma'am, thank you.
Okay.
Your name, sir? What is it? I don't know. Who?
Aaron Threets.
I have Ricardo Mendoza,
Oh,
bonded.
bonded.
Ha. Rafael Salazar,
Bonded.
bonded. I don't even know who this one is. They wrote the address on this guy's name. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he's bonded. All right. All right, so what's your name again, sir?
Darren Threes.
Got it, all right. 23 CT 2886 AO, you're here on one count of driving while license suspended or revoked with knowledge. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and I will, all right. Does he, oh, all right, yep, I'll give him pre-TR.
Any conditions, Judge?
Don't drive without a valid license. All right. Your name, sir? What is it? All right, you're out on bond on a trafficking in cannabis. From last week, 23 CF 851 AO, you're here today, and 23 MO 609 AO disorderly conduct. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
Your Honor. There's an offer to resolve the case. He was just brought up. He was just brought up, but the offer is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served to resolve.
You want to take that offer? Or you want to walk out of here with a $250 bond and no action on your cannabis case?
You say that again, sir? I didn't hear you all the way.
All right, talk to your lawyer real quick. Oh, she's not your lawyer because you didn't want her, but she's gonna talk to you anyways. What's your name in the back?
Alex Trapp.
Alex. What? Who? What? Who? Oh, beautiful.
U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
No, we can resolve it. He'd like to accept the offer.
All right.
Yes.
Is he pleading nolo contendere like the last guy?
You got it. Yes, Your Honor. Say no.
No contest, sir.
Okay.
Sign.
I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days of credit for 2 days. Your costs, I'll give you a year to pay, 30 days to appeal. Good luck. No action on the add-on bond. Yeah, 100%. All right, Alex Trapp, 23 CT 2776 AO. You're here on a DUI. According to your financial affidavit, you do not qualify for the services of the public defender. So this is an arrest warrant. It says your bond is set at $500.
Your Honor, we qualify Mr. Trapp for PTR.
All right, do you want to pay your $500 bond, or do you want to get out with, through the pretrial release program? Do you have any questions? She's not your lawyer. You make too much money selling solar. You want the bond? All right, thank you. All right, sir, your name? Your name, sir? All right, 23 CF 5634 AO, possession of MDMA ecstasy. Review the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay the bond, appoint the PD. Your name, sir? 23 CF 5626 AO, possession of MDMA ecstasy, possession of paraphernalia, resisting possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. I'll stay the bond, no contact with, Michael Albert Hendricks, okay?
He has a second case as well,
Oh, what's this other one?
of petty theft.
Oh, yeah, sorry. 23 MM 2961 AO, stay your bond on that, no contact, no return. Haven't found PC. Your name, sir? All right, Don, 23 CF 2056 AO, failure to report after vacating a residence via arrest warrant. According to this, your bond is set at no bond with conditions to be set at initial appearance. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I'll set your bond at $4,000. Does he have reporting requirements?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Your name, sir?
Jeremiah Burke.
All right, add-on bond possession of cocaine, 23 CF 2014 AO. Here today, 23 CF 5601, possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. I'll stay your bonds on your new case. And on your old case, I'll revoke your release. I'll set a new bond of $2,000.
For your Honor, that you take no action. He was arrested February 12th. To date, no information.
All right. Well, I revoked it and gave him a new bond.
Judge, what's the new bond? I'm sorry.
2,000, I just doubled it.
Set bonds. And everything. It's right here.
All right, ma'am, your name?
Julie Doyle.
All right, add-on bond prostitution, third time, 22 CF 14763 AO, add-on bond, or ROR to sale delivery of cocaine, 23 CF 1505. Here today, and 23 CF 5608, possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia. Review the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay your bond on count 1, count 2, I'll set at $100. And, I'll take no action on the case that she's out on bond. Your name, sir?
Say Denzel DeBose.
All right, out on bond on a possession of, I'm not gonna try and pronounce that one, dimethyltryptamine, how do you say that? Ann? You don't know? Whose handwriting is this? 22 CF 9957 AO.
Dimethylpentylone?
Hmm?
Dimethylpentylone?
Is that it? I'm gonna point to you next time I see that word. Here today, 23 CF 5628 AO, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. I reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. Or, I'm sorry, that one is, yeah. And then you're also here in 23 MM 101 AO, failure to appear on a petty theft. Your bond on that is set at $2,000. You failed to appear for pretrial conference 427 and 23. And 22 CF 11584 AO, failure to appear on attempted burglary. Your bond on that is set at no bond. Failed to appear for arraignment on 419. I'll state your bond on the new case, and then on the possession of
Killer.
Dimethylpentylone?
all right. I'll revoke your release in that case, set a new bond at $2,000. No, I guess not. All right, your name, sir? All right, 23 CF 5611 AO, petty theft with 2 priors. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I'll stay your bond. No return to the scene. You also got holds for 2 warrants out of Seminole County,
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
1,000 apiece.
2,000 each. So even if you post your bond on this, you gotta post those bonds, otherwise Seminole County will come get you, okay?
Oh, I could bond out for some.
You can bond out for all of these, but if you bond out on Orange, you're still gonna stay here and Seminole's gonna come get you. But if you bond out on all of them, you can get out.
Okay.
All right.
I don't have that one.
He just said it.
Both of the Seminole, I think, were 2,000.
2,000 each? Yeah. Uh-huh. Your name, sir? I'm sorry, what is it? All right, 23 CF 5624 AO, possession of a controlled substance. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I'll stay your bond. Your name?
Winnie Exum.
All right, ma'am, you were out on bond in 23 CF 4989 AO, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And you're here today in 23 CF 5619 AO, possession of methamphetamine, possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I'll stay your bond on count 1, count 2, I'll reduce to 100. What's the status of the ag assault case, State?
It was filed a few days ago.
All right, I'll revoke that release, let the judge assign to that case, determine what a reasonable bond is for you.
Thank you, Honor.
Mental health, 23 CF 5620, temporarily appoint waiver role.
I'm sorry, Anna, can we go, well, can we go back to the prior case?
Yep.
Where's my case law? We would, oh, it's right here, sorry. Defense would ask that, you take no action on the out on bond based on a new case that came down from the Second District Court of Appeals. It was determined that, based at first appearance, a judge could not revoke, an out on bond case that was already assigned to another judge. That judge had to, be the one to revoke the release, and I have the case, if I can approach it.
What's the state's position?
Defense did previously provide this to the state, and state has no objection.
Has it been assigned to a judge?
It's with Judge Wooten. Yes, Judge.
All right. So what if Judge Wooten gave me permission to revoke the release? Okay, all right, all right. I'll take no action. Yeah, I might take action before you get out of here, though. I'm gonna contact Judge Lubin, or Wooten, and see what he wants me to do with it.
Right, run. Run right there.
All right, your name?
J. Daniel Griffith.
23 CF 5598 AO, criminal mischief greater than or equal to $1,000. What?
Did you say it? Did she waive it? You didn't do this one.
Oh, yes, I'll back up, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
The defense will waive.
Yeah, waive, stay the bond. No contact, no return. With Griffith, stay the bond, no return to the scene.
That's it?
That's it.
Because I would like to request to be released on my own cognizance, seek a proper attorney.
We have a proper attorney. She's right there next to you. She's very good. I've worked with her for years. You're not happy with her?
I don't know this woman.
Wait,
I've not had any conversations with her, and,
so what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do with her? You want her, or you want to just represent yourself and then find an attorney that you like?
well, I'd like to be released so I can find an attorney on the outside.
State would object to an ROR.
Yeah, no, I gave you a bond. I mean, you've got a number of convictions, 1 felony, 6 misdemeanors. A lot of them are violent offenses, injunctions, so I'm not inclined to ROR you. Did you want to keep your public defender, or did you want me to let her withdraw and then you can find your own lawyer? It's up to you. Your choice, whatever you want. In the back, what's your name?
He would like the public defender.
All right, see you later. Hamilton, you said? Yes. All right, 23 CF 5633 AO, possession of MDMA, ecstasy. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, I'll stay the bond, and no contact with Clifford Alderman, okay? As co-defendant. They both have drugs on them, apparently. All right, your name, sir? Your name, sir?
Hendricks Michael.
All right, 23 CF 5625 AO, possession of MDMA, ecstasy, paraphernalia, resisting introduction of contraband into a county facility. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. I'll stay your bonds, no contact with Ronaldo Ayala Quinones, okay?
He has a second case as well, Your Honor.
Is it another petty theft?
Yes.
Stay that bond, having reviewed that, and then no contact as well and no return. 23 MM 2960 AO. 500? What? No, they're both the co-defendant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Your name?
My name is Wadner Joseph, sir.
All right, 23 CF 5593 AO, aggravated assault with a firearm. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
I was supposed to have my attorney here today, but I don't have a chance to call.
Who's your lawyer?
He's a USCCA. Is an organization for veterans.
Does this person have a name?
It's a number for veterans, sir. We got a number, but I never have a chance to call.
Did you call this lawyer?
I never have a chance to make a call.
Okay, so how do you know they were supposed to be here if they don't know that you're here?
Because the officer left a message, and then after they say I was gonna get access to call, but I never met access to make a call, sir.
All right, so you're here on an aggravated assault with a firearm. You want me to roll this to tomorrow, give you 24 hours to call your lawyer, and then you can come back and see me tomorrow morning with your lawyer?
So for instance, I can have somebody here, sir.
Okay, so you don't want me to roll this for your lawyer tomorrow? You want to go forward today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you want to represent yourself or see if you qualify for the public defender?
Public defender, sir.
I'm sorry?
Public defender, sir.
You have a job?
Yes, sir. I'm a child protective investigator, sir.
You're a private investigator?
For the DCF, sir.
Oh, okay, you are.
Yes,
How
sir.
much money do you make?
$1,300 every 2 weeks.
Okay, so about 650 a week,
No, 1,300.
every 2 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I cut it in half.
Yes,
Do you have
sir.
any children, any dependents?
Yes, sir. I got 5 kids, 2 in the Marines. I got a 17. I have a 14, and I have a 15-year-old, sir.
3 dependents, 650. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State any input?
Your Honor, we just asked for a reasonable bond, taking into account that a firearm was used.
All right, defense?
I just point to the fact that he has no convictions on his record when you set the bond, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set your bond at $3,500, no contact, no return, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Julian Lee, Your Honor, it's mental health.
All right, 23 CF 5621 AO, temporarily appoint waiver roll. All right, armed burglary of an occupied dwelling, false imprisonment, ag assault, criminal mischief, battery, found PC, any input from the state?
As to count one, given that it's PBL, state would ask that it remain at no bond, and you set bonds on 2 through 5.
Any input from the defense?
I don't see any type of criminal history, Your Honor. You do have the discretion to set bond. So I just ask that you use your discretion.
All right. All right, at this point, I'll stay as bond at no bond on count one. Yeah, I'll set his bond at 25,000 on count one. I'll stay count two, count three, 150, count four, 150, count five, 100, no return to the scene, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, and no contact. Those are good. Those are good. All right, ma'am, your name?
Stacy and Michelle.
23 CF 5617 AO, burglary of a dwelling with assault or battery. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any input from the state?
Your Honor, given that this is also a first-degree felony that's punishable by life, state's requesting that you stay at no bond pending an Arthur hearing so the victim can be heard.
Any input from the defense?
Your Honor, based on the facts of this affidavit and my client's criminal history, I would ask that you consider setting a bond. Appears to be a heat of the moment.
I'm sorry?
It appears, based on the affidavit, that it was in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, I'll set 15,000, no contact, no return. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
And defense will waive.
All right. What's the reason?
Hospital.
Hospital, 23 CF 5645 AO, false imprisonment with a weapon and mask. Robbery, armed with a firearm wearing a mask. I didn't think there was a bond on that one. Aggravated assault with a firearm and petty theft.
There shouldn't be, Your Honor. Count
Yeah.
2 is a PBL.
That's what I
Given the
thought, yeah.
allegations within the affidavit, state would ask that count 2 be set to no bond.
Defense will have an Arthur hearing.
All right. I'll stay count one, count two, is, no bond, count three. I'll stay count four, I'll stay, no contact, no return, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. All right,
Your Honor, what was the amount for the aggravated assault with a firearm?
I stayed it at 150. Is that also a PBL? No,
No, Your Honor.
150. Yeah, count two is no bond. Jesus? All right. 23 CF 5602 AO, possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver with a firearm, possession of a firearm, and the commission of a felony. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I'll stay count one and count two. I'll set it $150. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay? Your name, sir?
Smith.
All right, 23 CF 5597 AO, burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, unarmed, grand theft of a motor vehicle. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I'll stay count one and reduce count two to $150. No return to the scene, no contact. All right. All right, your name, sir? All right, out on bond on a possession of,
Taylor.
Dimethylpentylone?
all right, 22 CF 12963 AO here today, and 23 CF 5603 grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Count 1, I'll set at 150, count 2, 4,000, count 5, 150. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, and I'll take no action on the case. He's out on bond. All right. Ma'am, your name? All right, 23 CF 5632 AO. 3 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer, 1 count of battery on a uniformed licensed security officer, 1 count of battery, 1 count of resisting officer, 1 count of aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer. Were you interested, never mind, review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I'll stay count 7, and the rest of them I'll reduce to $150. No contact with the alleged victims. Looks like you also got a hold out of Osceola County.
It's a VOP, Your Honor, no.
Yep, on battery on a law enforcement officer.
And say would ask for a no return to the HD supply.
Where was it again?
The HD supply at 501 West Church.
All right, can't go back there, okay? All right. Your name, sir?
Samuel Valentin.
All right, 23 CF 6522 AO. Grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle. Review that affidavit, found probable cause. Appoint the public defender. I'll stay your bond. 23 CF 3599 AO, petty theft with 2 priors via arrest warrant. I'll stay your bond at 1,000 with no return to the Home Depot, no contact with the victim or state witness. 23 CF 3625 AO, petty theft with 2 priors. I'll stay your bond at 1,000, no contact with the victim or state witnesses, no return to the Home Depot. 23 CF 3624, petty theft. I'll stay your bond at 1,000, no contact with victim or state witnesses, no return to Home Depot. 22 CF 7942 AO, it's a failure to appear on a robbery, burglary of a structure, grand theft, third degree. According to that, you failed to appear for trial management conference on January 3rd. Your bond is set at no bond on all those. And 23 CF 3671 AO, petty theft with 2 priors. I'll stay your bond at 1,000 on that case. No contact with the victim, no return to Home Depot. Your name, sir? Michael Waller. All right, 23 CF 5623 AO, possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. Review the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay count 1 at 1,000, count 2 at 100, and I'll appoint the public defender. Moises refused, temporarily appoint, waiver roll. All right, grand theft, third degree, possession of burglary tools, trespass on property after warning, 23 CF 3813 AO. And then possession of meth, resisting officer without violence, 22 CF 14064 AO. Here today, 23 CF 5631 AO, grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle. Review that affidavit, temporarily appoint. I'll set his bond at $2,500, and I'll take no action on the case that he's out on bond. Is that everybody? Everything?
Yeah.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Rafael Barrera, State Certified Court Interpreter, and I have been previously sworn.
All right, Mr. Barrera, we've got 2 co-defendants that both need Spanish. I don't think we have headphones for both of them, so we're just gonna have to repeat. If you could ask them to raise their right hand to be sworn.
Por favor, levante su mano derecha para prestar juramento.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
¿Jura decir la verdad y solamente la verdad ante Dios?
Sí.
Yes.
Ma'am, your name?
Señorita, su nombre, por favor, despacito, voz alta.
Melissa González.
Melissa González.
And your name, sir?
Su nombre, caballero, despacio y en voz alta, por favor.
Anthony Flores.
Anthony Flores.
You are both here as defendants and victims in domestic violence.
Ambos se encuentran aquí por ser acusados y víctimas de violencia doméstica.
You are both alleged to be both the defendant in your case and the victim in the other's case.
Usted se le acusa de ser el acusado en un caso y la víctima en el otro caso.
I reviewed the affidavits, found probable cause, and will appoint the public defender to both of you.
He revisado la acusatoria, determino que existen indicios razonables. Voy a designar las oficinas del defensor público para que los representen a ambos.
Any input from the state?
Fiscalía, ¿algo que opinar?
No, Your Honor, state would just ask for a reasonable bond or PTR if they qualify.
They don't qualify for.
No, su señoría, solamente pedimos una fianza razonable o libertad provisional. Y su señoría, lo siento, pero ellos no reúnen requisitos para la libertad provisional.
Any input from the defense?
Defensa, ¿algo que opinar?
I would just ask for a reasonable bond, Your Honor. I don't see any-
Solamente pedimos una fianza razonable.
What are we gonna do about contact?
¿Qué vamos a hacer sobre el contacto?
Since they're both victims and defendants, I cannot ask questions. However, state has no objection to you asking if they want contact with each other.
Ya que ellos son víctimas y acusados, yo no le puedo hacer preguntas. Posiblemente la fiscalía tendrá algo que preguntarle.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you live together?
Señorita González, ¿ustedes viven juntos?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you want to stay living together?
¿Usted quiere permanecer viviendo juntos?
Yo la verdad no estaba segura que estaba embarazada, pero aquí me han confirmado que sí lo estoy. Y yo la verdad, todo este tiempo que he vivido con él, he tenido muchos problemas. Las cuales
Momentico.
él sabe.
Momentico. Well, I really wasn't sure if I was pregnant, but when I came here, that was confirmed. And the whole time that I've been living with him, there's been a lot of problems of which he is very well aware.
So yes or no, do you want to live together?
Entonces, conteste por favor, sí o no, ¿usted quiere seguir viviendo juntos?
Por mi hijo sí. Quisiera arreglar.
For the benefit of my child, yes, to try to work things out.
Do you want to have contact with him?
¿Usted desea tener contacto con él?
O sea, obviamente voy a vivir con él.
Well, obviously, I'm going to live with him.
Do you want to have contact with him?
¿Usted desea tener contacto con él?
No.
No.
Are you in fear for your safety?
¿Usted teme por su seguridad?
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, do you want to have contact with her?
Caballero, ¿usted desea tener contacto con ella?
No.
No.
Who's going to stay at the 6549 address and who is going to not stay at the 6549 address?
Entonces, ¿quién va a permanecer en la dirección de 6549 y quién no se va a quedar en la dirección de 6549?
Yo no me quedo.
I won't stay.
Yo no.
Not me.
Okay. All right. So I will order a $100 bond for each of you.
Entonces le voy a designar $100 de fianza para cada uno de ustedes.
I'm going to order no contact.
Voy a ordenar la prohibición de contacto entre ustedes.
Maintain a separate residence.
Se le exige mantener una residencia separada.
Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
No puede portar armas de fuego, armas blancas.
And Mr. Flores Carias can stay at that address.
El señor Flores se puede quedar en esa dirección.
Ma'am, you cannot stay at that address.
Y señor, usted no se le permite permanecer en esa dirección.
You can return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve any belongings that you need.
Pero sí se le permite regresar una sola vez acompañado de un agente de orden público para recopilar sus pertenencias personales.
Thank you.
Sí, está bien, gracias.
Muchas gracias. That's fine, thank you.
All right, Mr. Interpreter, if you could ask if anyone in the gallery needs the services of the Spanish interpreter, raise their hand.
Certainly, Your Honor. Su atención, por favor, si hay alguna persona en el público que necesite los servicios del intérprete, por favor, alce la mano en este momento.
I got one.
Your Honor, my apologies. Before we proceed, could I kindly get the case numbers for these two defendants, please?
They are Madam? The other case numbers?
Okay. 23 MM2964.
I'm sorry, my apologies. I could not hear that. And since I have two defendants, if you could let me know which case number is for who?
Flores, 23 2965. Gonzalez, 23 2964.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, and then, it looks like we have one individual that needs a Spanish interpreter out there. If we can find out which case she is on.
Of course.
Yeah.
Atención, por favor. Si me puede decir para qué caso está usted aquí hoy.
Reyes Torres. All right. If we could get up Reyes Torres. Are you Samantha Pearson? We're working on Pearson? All right. Your name, sir?
Luis Reyes.
All right, you were here in 23 CF 5612 AO, one kind of battery, felony battery, one kind of battery, domestic violence. If we could get the witness in the box, that would help. Review that affidavit, found probable cause. Appoint the public defender.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for. All right, ma'am, your name?
Señora, su nombre, por favor, despacio, voz alta.
Raquel Torres.
Raquel Torres.
All right, this is 23 CF 5612. Ma'am, is there anything that you want to tell me, anything you think the court should consider in determining conditions of his release?
Señora, ¿hay algo que usted me quisiera decir? ¿Algo que usted quiere que el tribunal considere referente a las condiciones de su liberación?
Sí.
Yes.
What would you like to tell me?
¿Qué me quisiera decir usted?
Sí, una que es mi hijo y necesito ayuda con él, el paciente de esquizofrenia. Necesito que lo intervengan en una institución, si es posible.
Momentico. First of all, he's my son and he needs help. He suffers with schizophrenia and there needs to be an intervention. He needs to be placed in an institution so that he can receive help if possible.
I already received my pills, my medications and everything.
Do you live together, ma'am?
Señora, ¿usted convive con él?
Él se queda conmigo de vez en cuando, él no vive conmigo.
He stays with me every once in a while. He doesn't actually live with me.
Do you want to have contact with him?
¿Usted desea tener contacto con él?
Por ahora no, hasta que él no esté bien.
Not for now, not until he gets well.
Any questions from the state?
Preguntas de parte de la fiscalía.
No, Your Honor.
Any
No,
questions
señoría.
from the defense?
¿Defensa?
Does he have any belongings still at your residence?
Él aún tiene pertenencias en su casa.
Algunas cosas.
Some things.
Your Honor, just asked for a one-time return with law enforcement.
Su señoría, estamos pidiendo que regrese una sola vez acompañado de un agente de orden público.
Any input from the state?
Fiscalía,
Still just ask for a reasonable bond, Your Honor.
solamente estamos pidiendo una fianza razonable, su señoría.
I'll set count one at $1,500, count two at $100.
Voy a programar la fianza, primer cargo $1,500, segundo cargo $100.
No contact with the alleged victims.
Se le prohíbe contacto con las presuntas víctimas.
No return to the scene.
No puede regresar al lugar de los acontecimientos.
Maintain separate residence.
Mantener residencia separada.
Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
No puede portar armas de fuego o armas blancas.
Take your medication as prescribed.
Se le exige tomarse su medicamento tal como está recetado.
And he can return one time to retrieve his belongings.
Y puede regresar una sola vez para recopilar sus pertenencias personales.
And Your Honor, in the alternative, could we have him screened for mental health PTR?
Sure.
Su señoría, ¿le podemos dar una evaluación a él para ver si reúne requisitos para libertad provisional de salud mental? Claro.
All right. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you for being here, ma'am.
Gracias por comparecer, señora.
All right, your name, sir? All right, thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a good morning.
You too. Your name, sir? Your name?
Ariaga Vela Onesimo, 0A69 391639104001K, wanting my commercial license paid attention, rent from all commercial buildings, all furnishings, vacate my premises. I want my money.
All right. I don't have it. 23 271 AW, resisting officer without violence and larceny. Were you interested in the services of the public defender, or did you want to represent yourself, sir?
Represent myself.
All right. Review the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll stay your bonds for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Good luck. Be done by now. Your name, ma'am?
Ashley McCall.
All right, 23 CF 5551 AO, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver in possession of cocaine. And, you were rolled from the other day to today for which reason? Oh, MH.
My notes say
Twice.
something about
Sorry?
PTR being approved.
Yeah, excuse me?
My notes say something about PTR being approved.
Yeah, we did qualify, Ms. McCall for pretrial release, Your Honor.
All right. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. I'll give you a pretrial release.
Your Honor, any conditions?
Do not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol.
Okay.
All right. Your name, sir? Bruce Taylor. All right, temporarily appoint 23 CF 5063 AO, waiver roll.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, I'll stay his bond on the warrant and I'll stay the conditions. Your name, sir?
Go Brown.
What is it?
Go Brown.
All right, 23 CF 5637 AO, one count of battery and one count of obstructing justice, hindering communication to a law enforcement officer. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Any contact, state?
No, Your Honor.
Any input?
Your Honor, state was asked for a reasonable bond and no contact with the victim.
Any input from the defense?
A reasonable bond and a one-time return with law enforcement.
Oh, we have someone here, hold on. All right, ma'am, your name?
Cecily Fernandez.
I'm sorry, what is it?
Cecily Fernandez.
All right, ma'am, is there anything that you want to tell me, anything you think the court should consider in determining conditions of his release?
Yes, I would like to waive the statement.
All right, so you don't want to make any statements?
No.
Okay, all right. I'll set his bond at $2,500 on count one, $150 on count two, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Does he have any holds?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Can you have that one-time return?
He can return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve his belongings. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
Can you repeat the whole thing again?
I set his bonds at $2,500 on count one, was it 100 or 150 on count two? 150 on count two, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. He can return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve his belongings.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am, your name?
Soraya.
23 CF 5638 AO, aggravated battery, domestic, and possession of cocaine. Were you interested in the services of the public defender? Did you want to represent yourself or hire a private attorney?
Present myself.
Represent yourself, okay. All right, any contact with the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any input?
Just a reasonable bond and no contact.
All right, ma'am, I'm inclined to set your bond at $2,500 on count one, $150 on count two, with conditions no contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, and do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Is that acceptable to you, or is there anything that you want to tell me that you think I should consider in determining conditions of your release? Understand that as a defendant, you have a right to remain silent.
Well, the possession of cocaine, I didn't have any cocaine. It was just like residue in the jacket. So I guess they still charged me with it anyways. I'm pregnant and I don't do cocaine, so it didn't come up in my drug test that I took when I took my test downstairs. So I was just
Take a
trying to see
drug
if they
test
could just
downstairs?
drop that
Well, I
one.
don't know, Your Honor. I'm not too sure.
You drug test him now?
And it didn't. Only thing that showed up was marijuana.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, well, I reduced your bond from 1,000 to 100 on the cocaine for you, okay?
Okay,
All right.
thank you very much.
Good luck.
Your Honor, Nicholas Hugh is medical.
All right, 23 CF 5639 AO, abuse of an elderly and battery, a temporarily appoint waiver role.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, any contact with state?
No, Your Honor.
Any input?
Standard conditions, Your Honor.
Any input from the defense?
I would ask for a one-time return.
All right, I'll set count one at $3,500, count two at $100, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. You can return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve belongings. Your name, sir?
Marquise James.
What is, okay. Out on bond 22 CF 1815 AO, possession of a controlled substance here today, 23 CF 5627 AO, kidnapping and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Appoint the public defender, reviewed, found PC, any contact,
No, Your Honor.
any input?
Just standard conditions and no action on the auto bond.
Any input from the defense?
Reasonable bond and a one-time return, Your Honor.
I'll set count one at $15,000, count two at $150, no contact, no return. Separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, and I'll take no action on the case that you're out on bond. Yep.
Yeah, Your Honor, would you consider reducing count one? I believe the false imprisonment to, 5,000. He can't afford 15,000 at this time.
I mean, I'm looking at his history, he's got a lot of recent stuff. Failure to appear a couple months ago. DOC on 4 or 5 cases. He's out on PTD right now. I mean, I can reduce his bond and I can revoke his release in his other case, that the judge assigned to that case determined with a reasonable bond. Does he want to do that? All right, ma'am, your name? 23 MM2948 AO, what kind of battery DV?
We do have a victim.
All right. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Your name, sir?
Anthony Cal, C-A-O.
I'm sorry, what is it?
Anthony, last name is C-A-O.
All right. Anything that you want to tell me, anything you think the court should consider in determining conditions of her release?
Contact, release, and the officers that came on the scene seen her that it was domestic violence, but it wasn't. She tripped when she was coming into the door.
All right.
So it wasn't.
Any questions from the state?
You're not afraid of her?
No.
You want contact with her?
Yes.
That's all, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions from the defense?
Return to residence.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any input from the state?
Just a reasonable bond, Your Honor. She appears to have almost no history.
Looks like she's got an open DUI case in Utah right now or something.
Yeah.
Any input from the defense?
Just a reasonable bond and a no hostile contact.
All right, I'll set your bond to $500, no hostile contact. No hostile contact means no physical abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay? Talk to your lawyer real quick. Do you have any questions, sir?
No. No.
All right, thank you. Mr. Ferry, they getting your client up? All right.
No, that way. Mm-hmm.
Your name, sir? What's she say?
Marcos Cora.
All right, 23 2957 AO, one kind of battery. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any input from the state?
Just reasonable conditions, Your Honor.
Any input from the defense?
A one-time return, Your Honor.
All right. Set your bond at $500, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
The one-time return.
Oh, yeah, you could return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings. Your name, ma'am? Yep.
Samantha.
All right, 23 2963 AO, one kind of battery, domestic violence. Counsel, your name for the record.
First name is Matthew, last name is Ferry. I represent Miss Pearson, who is standing to my right, Your Honor.
All right, review the affidavit, found probable cause. Your name, sir?
Davell Taylor.
Sir, is there anything that you want to tell me? Anything you think the court should consider?
No hostile release, like if she could be released.
Okay. Do you have any questions for him, State?
Sir, are you afraid of her? Are you okay to have contact with her? Has anything like this ever happened before? State has no further questions, Your Honor.
Any questions for the defense?
No, Your Honor, we just request a $250 bond with no hostile contact.
Set your bond. Any input from the state?
State has no objection to that, Your Honor.
You want PTR?
No, Your Honor, she lives out of state.
All right, set your bond to $250, no hostile contact. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Stay in touch with your lawyer, okay?
Your Honor, can we just put on the court order that she's able to travel back to
home.
Kentucky? She's out of the state, I believe.
Yes.
Covington?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, yeah, she can go home.
Next question.
Your Honor.
You gotta come back to all your court dates, right? Yes?
Can I ask questions? Do it have to be a bond? What's the bond for?
Says she doesn't live locally.
She does qualify for PTI, Your Honor. We
Yeah,
can
she
do
didn't want the PTR either.
that. Okay. All right.
Do I pay for the bond?
You can talk to her lawyer and he can explain it to you.
I'll be out.
All right, thank you. Your name, ma'am? All right, 23 280 AO, one kind of battery, domestic violence. Your name, sir?
Jason Sims.
All right, review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Anything that you want to tell me?
Just that I want to get her home soon. I want to have contact. There was just an argument that got out of control, and that there was just a misunderstanding.
All right. Any questions?
Are you afraid of her?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Is there any way for her to have no bond or have any of the charges dropped?
She does qualify for PTR. State has no objection.
Any input from the defense?
Okay, no questions, Your Honor. We would ask for a monetary bond.
What's Nova Staffing?
That's my work.
Okay, what is it? It's just a staffing agency?
Recruiter, yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Does she want PTR or the bond?
She would like the monetary bond, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set your bond at $250, no hostile contact. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do not consume any alcohol or possess any alcohol or illegal drugs, okay? All right, thank you, sir.
No. Okay,
He can.
All right, sir, your name?
Michael March.
All right, 23 2952 AO, one kind of battery, domestic violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. On my right, your name, ma'am?
Denasia Smith.
All right, and then your name? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Her name is Dina Smith.
Okay, all right. And Denasia, what do you want to tell me?
Released it and contact.
Do you live together?
Yes.
Okay. State, do you have any questions?
Are you afraid of him?
No.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
No.
State has no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, any questions from the defense?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, any input from the state?
He qualifies for PTR. State has no objection.
All right.
We would like pretrial release, Your Honor.
All right, we'll give you pretrial release, no hostile contact, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, okay? All right, thank you for being here.
My mom would ask, what time do she pick him up?
How long does it take usually to get them out?
Afternoon, maybe around 2, 3, possibly.
Maybe 2 or 3 this afternoon.
Okay, thank
All right, thank you. All right, ma'am, your name?
Annalise Smith.
What is it?
Annalise Smith.
All right, 23MM2950AO. You're here on one count of battery domestic violence. According to your financial affidavit, you do not qualify for the services of the public defender for individuals that are indigent, okay? So you're here for first appearance, and the purpose of this hearing is twofold. One, for me to review this affidavit and determine if there's probable cause or a valid reason for your arrest. And if I do make that determination, then to determine conditions of your release, okay? So, you can't get out of jail until you have this hearing. And your options are you can do this hearing today without a lawyer, and then you can get a lawyer at any point in time after this. Or I can roll this to tomorrow and give you 24 hours to hire a lawyer, and then we can come back and have this hearing tomorrow morning with a lawyer, but you'll stay in jail till tomorrow morning.
I like to try to defend myself.
Today, okay. All right, review the affidavit, found probable cause. Your name, ma'am?
Samantha Smith.
All right, is there anything that you want to tell me, anything you think the court should consider?
There's kind of a lot, I guess. I do want things to be civil, like the no hostile contact and everything, because we're married. We do have a lot of financial things tied in together. So I would like to cordially be able to do those things, as well as she still has a lot of stuff at the apartment.
Is,
We also work together in the same building, so it would be kind of hard to have a complete no contact.
do you live together?
Yeah,
You want her to come home?
no,
Okay, all right. Do you have any questions?
Are you afraid for your safety at all?
no.
That's all, Your Honor.
Do you care if she gets out of jail without posting a bond, or do you want her to post a bond to get out of jail?
It doesn't really matter to me. I really just want her to get the help that she needs.
Okay. All right, so, ma'am, I'll give you a couple options here. The first option is you qualify for something called pretrial release. You'll be released without having to post a bond. The conditions would be no hostile contact, which means no physical abuse, verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. Maintain separate residence, but you can go back one time to retrieve your belongings. Or you can post a $250 bond with those same conditions. Are either of those acceptable to you, or is there anything that you want to tell me that you think I should consider in determining conditions of your release? Understand, though, as a defendant, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
I like the first option.
Okay, you want to do the pretrial release without having to post a bond?
Yes, please.
All right, we'll go ahead and give you that, okay? Any
Um,
questions?
Yes. When you say pre-trial, what does that entail?
It just means that you're gonna get interviewed, and then they'll release you, and then you have to check in like once a month, and just make sure that you're complying with the conditions and not fleeing the jurisdiction.
Will I be able to still work at my job?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys both work at Universal?
Yes.
And whatever the same building is, I don't know where that is, but.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I took care of her today. Like, I called out for her today so that she's covered for today.
Okay, I mean, I don't have anything to do with Universal.
Yeah, no,
Universal doesn't care
I
about
just
me
wanted
either.
her to know, I guess.
And don't tell Universal, but I went to SeaWorld yesterday, okay? All right.
We won't tell.
What was the conditions?
Separate residence, yeah.
No weapons.
No guns, knives, or weapons, yeah. All right, thank you. Your name?
Warren Stevens.
All right, 23MM2947AO, one kind of battery domestic violence. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Any input from the state?
Just standard conditions, Your Honor.
Any input from the defense?
Just a reasonable bond and a one-time return with law enforcement.
He qualifies, state has no objection.
All right, does you want PTR or the bond?
The bond, Your Honor.
All right, set his bond at $500, no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, and you can return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Your name, sir? 23MM2945AO, one kind of battery domestic violence. Ma'am, your name?
Ariana.
What is it?
Ariana.
All right, ma'am, is there anything that you want to tell me, anything you think the court should consider in determining conditions of his release?
Yes, I wasn't pressing no charges. We were wanting him just to leave the night, but they still took him for whatever reason. So I don't want to press charges against him, and I want him to be home.
All right.
Ma'am,
Steve,
are
do you have any
afraid?
questions?
Are you afraid?
No.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
No, I mean, we've had like altercations, but not like this.
And or do you feel safe for your child for him?
Oh, yeah, he's a good father.
State would just ask for reasonable conditions, Your Honor. DCF was also contacted.
All right, any input, any questions from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Any input?
We'd ask for a monetary bond and no hostile contact, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set his bond at $250, no hostile contact. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, and abide by any conditions that DCF imposes, okay? All right, thank you for being here, ma'am.
Thanks.
Stephen Hagney is medical, Your Honor.
Okay. 2020 CT 22479 AO out of county warrant on a DUI temporarily appoint waiver roll.
Waive, Your Honor.
All right, according to this, $10,000, Judge Babb. All right, your name? I'm sorry, what is it, sir?
Deontay Henderson.
All right, 23, is that FW? 130AO, a fugitive from justice arrest warrant, fleeing and eluding. This is out of Henderson? No. Where the heck is this out of? Crisp County, Georgia. Crisp County, Georgia wants you. And the bond set at no bond. All right? How long does Crisp have? A year to get him?
The fugitive will come visit him in the next couple days
Yeah.
and explain extradition and what the process is.
All right, do you have any questions? All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Is that it for people coming through that door first session?
Yes.
We got some 33s. Ready on those?
Yes, sir.
Fence ready on those?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Hernandez, 23 CF 3800 AO.
Granted, notice on filing.
Price Bayami, 23 MM 1819 AO.
Denied and information was filed.
Frazier, 23 MM 1382 AO.
Granted, notice on filing.
Thompson, 23 CF 3737 AO.
Denied and information was filed.
Sanders, 23 CF 3959 AO.
Granted, notice on filing.
Nikish, 23 CF 3197 AO.
Granted, notice on filing.
Lopez, 23 MO 424 AO.
Granted.
Martin, 23 MO 400 AO.
Granted.
McNanny, 3939 AO.
Denied. State did file a motion to extend to 40 days. May I approach?
It's not ours, right?
Has defense had a chance to look at this? Is this a PD case? Oh.
And we filed it on Friday, and to my knowledge, we have not heard anything from counsel. I believe it's John Klein. You should have arraignments and offers.
Okay.
All right, I'll go ahead and grant it. I'm not Bob Egan, though. All right. Is that it for, first session?
Great, good afternoon, ma'am.
Buenas tardes, señora. Good afternoon.
I've reviewed the charging affidavit, which has two separate accounts. The first one is battery domestic violence, and I do find probable cause.
He revisado el acta acusatoria que tiene dos cargos separados. El primero es agresión, violencia doméstica. Determino que existen indicios razonables.
Count 2 is false imprisonment.
El segundo cargo es detención ilegal.
Just one second.
Permítame un momento.
Actually, count 2 should be hindering communication of law enforcement.
Disculpe, el segundo cargo debe ser interferir con comunicaciones con las autoridades.
And I do find probable cause for that.
Y determino que existen indicios razonables para ese caso, para ese cargo.
You do qualify for a bond with PTR. Oh, actually, you do not qualify for PTR.
Usted no reúne requisitos para la libertad provisional.
But you do qualify for bonds as to each count.
Usted sí tiene derecho a fianza en cada uno de los cargos.
Your bond as to count 1 will be set at $500.
En el primer cargo, la fianza estará programada en $500.
Your bond as to count 2 will be set at $1,000.
En el segundo cargo, se le va a programar una fianza de $1,000.
You're not to have any contact with the listed victim.
Se le prohíbe contacto con la víctima indicada.
You're not to return to 1719 Douglas Ave in Kissimmee, Florida.
Se le prohíbe regresar al 1719 Douglas Avenue en Kissimmee.
I will give you a one-time assistance with law enforcement in order to retrieve those items that you may have there.
Se le va a permitir regresar una sola vez acompañado de un agente del orden público para recopilar cualquier pertenencias personales que usted pudiera tener allí.
You are not to possess any weapons or firearms.
Se le prohíbe portar armas de fuego o armas blancas.
Any conditions, state?
Condiciones, Fiscalía.
Nothing else, Your Honor.
Nada más, su señoría.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Gracias, señora.
Next court date on demand.
Próxima comparecencia cuando esté programada.
Next case that needs the Spanish interpreter is Jose Vasquez, case 23MM1010.
Denied above guidelines.
Mr. Vasquez, I want you to make sure you obtain a private attorney, okay?
Señor Vázquez, quiero que usted contrate su propio abogado, ¿está bien? Okay.
I have reviewed your charging affidavit for violation of domestic violence injunction.
He revisado su affidavit de cargos relacionado a un cargo de incumplimiento de una orden de alejamiento.
I do find probable cause for your arrest.
Determino que existen indicios razonables para su arresto.
You do qualify for PTR with bond.
Usted reúne los requisitos para el programa de libertad provisional con una fianza.
Your bond will be set at $2,500.
Su fianza estará programada en $2,500.
Your conditions will be no contact with the listed victim.
Se le va a prohibir contacto con la presunta víctima.
You're not to return to the home located at 4800 Warrior Lane in Kissimmee, Florida.
No se le permite regresar a la vivienda que se encuentra en el 4800 Warrior Lane en Kissimmee, Florida.
You're not to possess any weapons or firearms.
Se le prohíbe portar armas de fuego, armas blancas.
Anything else, state?
¿Algo más, Fiscalía?
No, Your Honor.
No, su señoría.
All right, thank you, sir.
Gracias, caballero.
Next court date on demand.
Próxima comparecencia cuando sea programada.
Next case is Francisco Villavicencio Olgade, case 23MM1011.
PD appointed.
All right, good afternoon, sir.
Buenas tardes, caballero. Good afternoon.
Review the charging affidavit for petty theft, which I do find probable cause.
He revisado la acta acusatoria por el cargo de hurto menor, por lo cual determino que existen indicios razonables.
Your bond's going to be set at $1,000.
Se le programa la fianza en $1,000.
You do not qualify for PTR.
No reúne los requisitos para el programa de libertad provisional.
You're not to have any contact with your co-defendant,
No se le permite tener contacto con su coacusado,
and that's Sebastian Zuniga Godoy.
Sebastián Zuniga Godoy.
And you're not to return to the Walmart.
Y no se le permite regresar a la tienda Walmart.
And that address is, let's see, 4400 13th Street in St. Cloud, Florida.
La que se encuentra en el 4400 calle 13 en St. Cloud.
All right, thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Next court date on demand.
Próxima comparecencia cuando esté programada.
Next case is Sebastian Zuniga Godoy, case 22MM1013.
PD appointed.
Sir, I've reviewed a charging affidavit for petty theft.
Señor, he revisado la acta acusatoria para un cargo de hurto menor.
I do find probable cause for your arrest.
Determinó que existen indicios razonables para su arresto.
You do not qualify for PTR.
Usted no reúne los requisitos para el programa de libertad provisional.
Your bond will be set at $1,000.
Su fianza será programada en $1,000.
You're not to have any contact with your co-defendants, which is Francisco Villavicencio Olgade.
No se le permite tener contacto con su coacusado Francisco Villavicencio Olgade.
You're not to return to Walmart, located at 4400 13th Street in St. Cloud, Florida.
No se le permite regresar a la tienda de Walmart que está ubicada en el 4400 calle 13 en St. Cloud.
All right, thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Next court date on demand.
Próxima comparecencia cuando sea programada.
All right, does anyone else need the services of the Spanish interpreter?
¿Hay alguien más presente que necesite los servicios del intérprete?
All righty, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Damian Wilson, out-of-county warrant, Collier County. Right, Mr. Wilson, you have, let me see, 2 counts for 1 case, case number 23CF714. In count 1, Collier County has provided you with the bond, it's $500,000. In count 2, it's set at $250,000. So if you can't post bond, they will come get you. All right, thank you, sir.
It's count 6 and 7 that you can do.
Okay, count 6 and 7, it wasn't stated on. Okay. Okay, thank you. Jonathan Almendarez, 23 CT 1950.
Media appointed.
Right, good afternoon, sir. Right, I've reviewed a charging affidavit. It's for driving under the influence of alcohol causing property damage. I do find probable cause for your arrest. Your bond's gonna be set at $500. The conditions of PTR will be no use of any alcohol or drugs. Do you understand? Yes, Your Honor. All right, thank you, sir. I'm sorry, it's bonds with PTR.
Next court date, if still in jail, May 11th. If filed June 5th in courtroom 5B at 8:30 a.m.
Omar Dennis Williams, 23 MM1006.
PD appointed.
Your Honor, I actually have a probable cause for this.
For the trespassing, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
The argument is that he was arrested and the charge is structure or conveyance. If you read the statute, it indicates that it has to be in a closed area. He was actually arrested behind the wall, not in the structure. And if you read the affidavit, it seems as if he never actually went to the building, just only outside.
All right, just 1 second. Don't say anything, sir. State.
Your Honor, the trespass can include the curtilage. It includes also the property of where he's been trespassed from. He was on the Wawa's parking lot, which is part of their property. And so the state would ask that you find probable cause.
All right, I do agree with the state. I do find probable cause for the trespass on property. That would be Wawa. You do not qualify for PTR. Your bond's going to be set at $500. You cannot return to the Wawa located at 2184 East Earl of Bronson Memorial Highway in Kissimmee, Florida. Now, you were out on ROR on 23 CF 1013 when you picked up this new case. I'm going to have to revoke the ROR and set you at 0 at this time. All right, thank you, sir. You can have a seat.
Next court date on demand.
Calvin Johnson.
PD appointed.
They're just bringing him up, Your Honor, it's the case.
All right, thank you. If he can hear me, I could just tell him without them having to move him.
He's indicating he can, Your Honor.
He can? Okay. I have two cases. The first one is 23 CF 1289. That's grand theft auto. I do find probable cause. Your bond is going to be set at $5,000. You do not qualify for PTR on this case. In case 23 CT 1954 deals with driving while license suspended, I do find probable cause. Your bond is set at $500.
Next court date for 23 CF 1289 on demand and 23 CT 1954 is still in jail. May 11th, it filed June 5th in courtroom 5B at 8:30 a.m.
Next case is Roy Jones, 23 CF 1290.
PD appointed.
Mr. Jones, you were arrested on two separate counts. First one is criminal mischief. I do find probable cause. You do not qualify for PTR. Your bond is going to be set at $500. Count two, which is burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, unarmed. I do find probable cause. Your bond is currently set at $5,000. You're not to return to the location of the offense. You're not to possess any weapons or any firearms. State any other conditions?
We would ask for no contact with the co-defendants.
All right, no contact with any of the co-defendants. All right, thank you.
Next court date on demand.
Next case is Daniel Justino, 23 CF 1291.
PD appointed.
Sir, you have three separate counts. The first one is false imprisonment. I do find probable cause. You do qualify for a PTR and a bond. Your bond is going to be set at $1,000. Count two, which is battery, I do find probable cause. Your bond is set at $500. And count three, I do find probable cause as to the battery, and that's also going to be set at $500. You're not to have any contact with any of the listed victims. You're not to return to 698-3 Michigan Court in St. Cloud, Florida. If you have any personal items there, I'll give you one-time assistance with law enforcement to retrieve any of your personal items. You're also not to possess any weapons and no firearms. Anything else, State?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir.
Next court date on demand.
Benjamin Wigwe, 23 CF 1293.
PD appointed.
Sir, I've reviewed a charging affidavit for two counts. The first one, false imprisonment. The second one is battery domestic violence. I do find probable cause for each of the offenses. You do qualify for PTR with the bound amount. Your bond as to count one will be $1,000. Your bond as to count two will be $500. You're not to have any contact with the listed victim. You're not to return to 4344 Creekside Boulevard. Again, if you have any personal items, I'll give you one-time assistance with law enforcement to get those items. You're not to possess any weapons, and you're not to possess any firearms. Anything else, State?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir. Jose Ortega.
Your Honor, it was indicated that the client refused to attend.
Okay, we'll take his refusal as a waiver of his appearance today. He has two cases. The first one is 22 MM 1008. False name or identification by an arrestee. I do find probable cause. He does qualify for a bond with PTR. Yes? I'm sorry, Officer Jenkins, I didn't get the last part.
He does not qualify for he refused to come.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just scratch that off. All right. So I will also, actually, let me, just one second. So 23 MM 1008, I'll give him a bond 500. For 23 CF 1192, that's an arrest warrant for an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. The bond is going to be stayed at $5,000. He does not qualify for PTR, but I will still add conditions. No contact with the alleged victim, and he is not to return to any locations known to be visited by the alleged victim. He's not to have any weapons, and he's not to have any firearms. Anything else, State?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Next court date for 23MM 100A and 23CF 1192 on demand.
Tiano, is it Reese? 23 CF 1294.
No application for this defendant.
Okay.
Your Honor, they're not present at this time.
Oh,
Excuse me, he's in the hospital.
he's in the hospital. Okay, we will reset for when he gets out, please. Jomar Sosa, 23 CF 1301.
Your Honor, they're calling for him.
All right, thank you. Andres Torres Cora, 23 CF 1302.
Katie appointed.
Right, good afternoon. I've reviewed a charging affidavit. It has 3 separate accounts. The first one is possession or use of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. The second case is possession of marijuana under 20 grams. I do find probable cause. And then the third count, possession of cocaine. I do find probable cause. Your bond as to count 1 will be stayed at $500. Your bond as to count 2 will be stayed at $500. Your bond as to count 3 is going to be set at $1,500. This is going to be with PTR. You are not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs. And anything else, State?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we're gonna do random drug testing as well. All right, thank you.
Next court date on demand.
Brian Vardelis, 23 CF 1305.
Katie appointed.
All right, good afternoon. I reviewed a charging affidavit. It says child abuse without great bodily harm. I do find probable cause for this offense. You do not qualify for PTR, but you are entitled to a bond. Your bond amount is going to be set at $5,000. You're not to have any contact with the listed victim at this time. If you share a home with the listed victim, you're not to return to that home. I will give you one-time assistance with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items that you may have in the home. Anything else, State?
Also ask for no weapons or firearms, Your Honor.
You're not to possess any weapons or firearms. All right, Mr. Bardelis? All right, thank you. And we are going to need our Arabic interpreter. just waiting for our Arabic interpreter. We'll be right with you. I think so, yeah.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
while we wait, there is another client that's on the docket that we didn't address. His name is Frank Lipsy. He actually paid a bond.
Yeah, Madam Clerk, he wasn't on the docket. He just needs to bond out.
He just has to wait to be processed out by the jail.
He has to be processed. Oh, okay.
Your Honor, we just told me his bond to school this morning, from courthouse, because he got ag charged, and so they pulled his bond.
Oh.
They just said he's here now to see,
We don't have that information with us. He wasn't on my docket, so if anything, Madam Clerk would probably have to process that paperwork and add him for tomorrow, so.
I have it here. Ms. Jenkins, can you just let the jail know that when they know these things, can they email me so I can be aware?
Yeah,
Because they don't tell me. I'll pull it up.
But do you have the information about the added charges? I would need to, let me go off record. We're not gonna handle Mr. Lipsy's case today. Madam Clerk has to get the additional information, and I also would need to sit down and review the charging affidavit if he has some additional charges. So she needs to do her paperwork, and we'll reset it for tomorrow. In the meantime, I'll be in recess until we figure out where the interpreter is. Mr. Dawson?
Your Honor, Mr. Yusuf has indicated he can understand English well enough if we want to try it that way.
We can try, because we're having issues with connecting, with the interpreter. Mr. Yusuf, I reviewed the charging affidavit, okay? And you were charged with battery domestic violence. I do find probable cause for your arrest. You are entitled to a bond, so I'm gonna give you a bond in the amount of $500. Do you understand me so far?
Yeah, $500.
500, okay. Now, this is going to be with PTR, pretrial release conditions. So the conditions are for you not to have any contact with your wife at this time. Do you understand?
Yes, but my wife, we are new here, we still fresh, we don't know the law. When she called the police, they said give me like warning or something like this.
Okay, just one second. So we're just at the initial appearances. You don't have to tell me any facts about your case, and I don't want you to tell me because you're being recorded. Okay, so anything you say can and will be used against you. So I would encourage that you speak with a lawyer before you tell me anything about your case, okay? Okay. Okay, now the public defender's office is assigned to your case, so Mr. Dawson can help you, okay? So right now, I'm gonna order a no contact between you and your wife. I'm gonna also order a no return to the home, but I'm gonna give you a one-time return with law enforcement, okay? That means that you have to be with law enforcement before you go back to the house to get your items. Do you understand?
What time is the items?
Wherever you're living with your wife?
I live with my wife, yeah, we buy a home.
Okay, so you can't go there right now?
I can't?
No,
Okay,
can't.
where can I leave? Where?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to find another place because of the criminal charges, there's no contact, okay?
Okay, if my wife accepts to go home.
That's something that Mr. Dawson, he can file a motion to modify the no contact, okay? All right, also, there's no weapons and there's no firearms, okay?
Sure.
All right, do you have any questions for me?
No, I will pay $500.
10% of that,
10% like.
yes.
1,500?
No, less than that.
50.
Okay, so if you have any additional questions, just ask Mr. Dawson here, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir. Yes, ma'am.
I did have contact with the wife this morning.
Mhm.
She wanted to come, but she didn't have the about to watch the children.
Okay,
She didn't want to have contact with me, but she said she couldn't come, but she didn't have.
the public defender's office can file a motion to modify my no contact. She would be required to come to court and testify as to why she wants contact with her husband. Okay, you're welcome. All right, court's adjourned. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.